Hey guys, RC with Digital Tech Reviews, bringing you another video. This week not so much an unboxing, because this is an item I've had for a while. Unfortunately I can't find the box, so it's just going to be a review, straight review. It is the Digimon D-Power Digivice version 3. Now, the odd thing is, a little background story here. In the United States, we only received one version of the D-Power Digivice, and that was it. It was the one where you could connect to the internet, actually connect it to the computer and upload your Digimon. It would kind of keep it as a save state file, and there was a minigame built in where you supposedly could battle other tamers online. Unfortunately, this Digivice had some serious faults. One of the biggest being that there weren't any pre-programmed in cards like in the Japanese D-Ark versions where you would input the code to a certain card and then swipe the card and it would give you a power-up. The only thing you could do in the North American release was try to swipe it at different speeds. I think a fast swipe would give you a speed attack, a normal swipe would give you a sniper attack, and I think a slow swipe was like a power attack. Unfortunately, it had some severe flaws to it. You know, it was almost impossible to time a swipe to coincide with what you were actually looking for. And since each Digimon had its own attribute, Guilmon was power, I believe. Guilmon was sniper, which was accuracy. Terriermon, I believe, was power. It could be vice versa. You know, it's been so long, I don't remember, but I do remember that Renamon was speed. Unfortunately, you would fight Digimon, and if you had a better attribute, you would have a leg up in the fight. However, once you swiped a card, say you had Renamon and you swiped it too many times as power, her type would switch. So you would lose her innate speed ability, and she would not be as effective against other Digimon that she normally would have. What actually would happen most of the time was most people would wind up with 3 Digimon with the exact same attribute, and there would be nothing. You know, there would be no variety there to actually try to plan an attack. So in my opinion, it was actually the weakest of all the D-Arks or D-Powers released. Strangely enough, in the Philippines, in Japan, and I think some, if not most of Asia and the surrounding areas, they released a version 2. I don't think it was ever released in the UK. I'm not going to quote that, but I believe it never was. I know the version 3 never was because right there, the instructions. The instructions that came with it. It's a nice big sheet. I'm not sure how clear it comes out, but you may be noticing, hey, that's in pretty good English. It's not broken. And then right here, it's going to say Chinese and English instruction. However, it also says not intended for sales or distribution in the United States, Canada, or Europe. So yes, I'm pretty sure this version 3 was never released in the UK. Obviously it comes with the instruction manual. It also came with a red card, which was from the Season 3 series. Unfortunately, well actually, first off, the really cool part is extremely metallic and extremely shiny. Don't know how well that's going to come off on camera. It might come off as highly reflective, but yes, it's got a metallic sheen to it. Unfortunately, it's just a regular paper card. On the back you have a Mega Level Gallantmon Crimson Mode card. I think this is in a card game that also was released only overseas, but it's paper. It's kind of a letdown. Originally the box says it comes with a Gallantmon Crimson Mode card. I'm thinking, nah, that's kind of cool, not bad. And then I flipped it over and I saw that and I said, awesome. What I really wish they would have done is released, you know, if it came with a Gallantmon card, fine. If they would have released this, maybe with a harder plastic and backed it like this. You put this back on there. This is a Japanese Agumon card I had. If this was the back to this, that would have been extremely so authentic, and it would have just been cool. You know, something like that, and you flip it over, no, that's that. Matter of fact, you know what? About that thick too, but of a plastic, because honestly, although this was designed, I suppose, to use in conjunction with the swiping feature on the D-Power, I'm always scared it's going to catch, so I never use it. Honestly, I put this in a sleeve. And obviously the biggest component of the package deal would have been this, the Digimon D-Power D-Ark, or D-Power Digivice. It's not a D-Power D-Ark, it's a D-Power Digivice version 3. You probably noticed that it's the Tikato Ultimate Version D-Ark scheme with, strangely enough, the United States / UK version buttons. I don't know why they didn't stick the Japanese D-Power version buttons on here. But honestly, all in all, it's also the first one, because I've got the United States release and I also have a Japanese release D-Ark. This isn't actually a button. Well, it is. Down in there is a reset button. It's not a power screen button, it's just a reset button. So be very careful. Do not assume that's the screen on, screen off, and stick something in there and reset your game. And that's everything that comes with. So let's give it a real quick look over in the instructions, and I'll get to it now. Brings me to my next point. The illustration is going to show the front. Very cool. It's also going to show the Japanese button scheme. Yeah, not exactly telling the truth there. And it's also going to show the plastic clip that, yes, I know those came on the UK release D-Powers. Now, when I show mine, it's going to not have that. It's going to have this. I replaced the plastic clip on this with this very, very, very show-authentic cloth strap, red color. Just like the ones, this is just like the kind of strap that comes with the Japanese D-Arks. I actually pulled this from the other one was a blatant knockoff. I pulled it off of that. It was this. Almighty Dinosaur. I got a green one. I actually picked this up for a friend of mine who was going to do a Henry cosplay. He never did it, so I got stuck with it, but it was like $2. Oddly enough, if you look around the box, you could actually be fooled to thinking it might be something close, except for it's Digimon Link System. And no, actually pretty authentic enough to the fact that you will choke on it if you're Pac-Man, because it's square. And these sprites are nowhere near it. As a matter of fact, I'll show it to you real quick. There's a package. Bottom enough. Extremely show authentic. Matter of fact, it already came on because it does not have a tab in it, and these are the sprites you get. Yeah, don't know what that is, so, but for the look of it, if you were just going to use this for cosplay, it was like $2 or $3. It was not bad. And this nasty thing is what came on this. So, replace this with this. And you may be thinking, wow, green D-Power or Dinosaur SAR 6991 came with a red stripe. That is correct, it came with a red strap. So yeah, he was going to replace it with something else anyway, and there we go. A Henry colored version of the Ultimate D-Ark. Also came with some weird instruction and this card, because yes, there are several different cards you can use in that, but I'm not going to get into that. It's horrible, it's nasty. You know, if you want to see a review of that, leave a comment, and if enough people request it, I'll go into that. Already 8 minutes and I haven't even got to the good stuff. So, real quick, shows you how to change the battery. Also shows contents, which the contents are not the contents of the package, they're the contents of the instructions. So there you are. Obviously the first thing it tells you to do is, pull the battery tab, which is still in here. It's actually in there because I had to replace the battery, and I figured I'd go ahead and show you the startup sequence on this thing anyway. Sound and reset. Now it does show you the Digimon available. Now, coolly enough, you get the Show 3, which is Guilmon, Renamon, and Terriermon, but you also get Monodramon, which also is Show Authentic, but Impmon as well. As you can see, they have different attributes: fire, wind, 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 and fire. Strangely enough, nothing else but fire and wind. Cool thing is that while there are a limited amount of cards, there are built-in cards that you can find and then swipe something and actually pick up the card, unlike the US or North American release where it was the speed of your card swipe. The minigame, strangely enough, I guess it can be considered a training game. It's a boxing game where this block goes 3 different areas: head, I think it's waist, and then foot. And if you attack the spot that's there, your attack gets through. Medical, basically showing you how to clip that horrible thing onto your belt. And the other really cool thing that I found very cool about this is the card shop is actually run by Calamon, so it's Calamon's card shop. And then of course you have this little mini event where a black hole will come and you have left, up, down, and right. If you don't, you have to press the corresponding directional button, which left, up, right, and down, or this little vortex will steal your Digimon. Kind of a annoying thing. And of course a real quick thing with the verses. Also has this weird counter system which I've never actually been able to get to work. So yeah, there is that. Now, real quick before my time limit goes way over, also if you're wondering what the box looks like this comes in, it's very reminiscent of the Digimon Neo, which is like this. Let's put this over into standard mode. Sorry for the click. There we are. Comes into the box, shaped just like this. Obviously this is different because it has to show the D-Power instead of the Digimon Neo. Alright, we're at 11 minutes. Let's hurry this up. Front, back. You notice the back is not like the Japanese, it's all smooth. And here we go. Pull the tab. Now, just like all the American, scrolly bar, BB sound, hit the button. Now we get to choose. Well, I just chose Guilmon, which I was going to anyway. But you know what? Let's scroll through just because I'm extremely thorough. Reset. Alright, Guilmon, Renamon, Terriermon, Impmon, and Monodramon. Well, I'm gonna stay with Guilmon. This is something I find really, really cool. Gives a little cutscene, just like straight from the show. If I'm not mistaken, it shows the D-Reaper real quick, which is the overall arcing story of this. I know it's kind of weird to have a Digivice have a story, but the overall goal of this is to defeat the D-Reaper. Of course, Guilmon to the rescue. You notice the sprites are exactly the ones that we had on the North American release, which aren't bad. Now, it looks like, because I got up on attention on everything else, so this is going to have to be cut short now. I'll go real quick through the menus real quick. Status, map, card, game, medical, and connect. Okay, status, obviously it shows you everything about your Digimon. Your type, your life, and your attack power. Let's see here, map. Now, one really cool thing about this map is there's a lot more detail on this map that I've noticed on any other ones. Let's see, card. Now this comes, you all, on the startup you get 2 speed cards, 2 attack cards, 2 defense cards, 1 flame power, 1 force power, 1 wind power, 1 sea power, no normal Digivolve, no super Digivolve, no Crest of Miracle. Now, if you notice the ones with attributes here, it's the same thing that's in most games, you know, fire beats forest, forest beats wind, and so forth and so forth. Let's see here, card, game, you know, that punchy game. I can't really go into it because you can't really back out of it if I remember correctly. You hit down, it shows you your steps. There you go. That is pretty much it on a basic review. Now, the very cool thing about these is you can still buy these brand new. I bought this one from a seller off of eBay from the Philippines. Very awesome seller. If you want to pick one of these up, they still have them in stock. I catch them on there all the time. Very good seller. I will put a link on the screen, and I will also put it in the description bar. Now, if you actually want a little bit more detail on this, please leave a comment. Right now I'm running at 14 minutes, so I'm almost at the time limit. So yes, if you're wanting more details on this, I would be happy to do a more in-depth review over all the features. Just request it. If enough requests, I'll do it. And by enough, I mean really, honestly, if more than one person says, hey, would you do it? I usually do it. So that's pretty much it for this one. This is RC with Digital Tech Reviews. Thanks for watching.